Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Friday, April 4th. So we'll take a look at the games. A rather busy day and night. 14 games in total today. Get the question of the day first, and then we'll go right into the games. This is a rule more than anything. Well, it's a rule. What happens if a batted baseball hits a runner in the process of running to a base? What happens if a batted baseball hits a runner in the process of running to a base? Put your answer in the comments down below, and we'll see how many people get that one right. So, the games. First game. I listened to this game again on the MLB app while I was working and doing Windows. It was the White Sox at Detroit, the home opener in Detroit. I think they said close to 45,000 for that game. So tied 1-1 after 2 innings, the Tigers took control of the game in the middle innings to defeat the White Sox 7-4 in Detroit's home opener. Kerry Carpenter with 2 home runs and Riley Green with a singleton led the Tiger offense. Green's home run was one of 3 hits he had in the game. Jack Flaherty went 5 2/3 innings to get the win. Jonathan Cannon took the loss for the White Sox. The line score: the Tigers 7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The White Sox 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. Flaherty with the win is now 1-0. Cannon with the loss is 0-1. The next game, St. Louis at Boston. The Red Sox scored early and often to defeat the Cardinals 13-9 at Fenway Park. A 5-run first inning powered by back-to-back home runs from Trevor Story and Wilder Abreu gave the Sox a lead they would never relinquish. The two teams combined for 29 hits on the day. Ivan Herrera and Brendan Donovan homered for the Cards. Donovan was 3 for 5 with 3 RBI, while Alec Burleson was 3 for 4. Abreu was 3 for 5 for Boston, while 6 other Red Sox batters had 2 hits each. Walker Buehler picked up the win for Boston, while Eric Fedde took the loss for the Cardinals. The line score: the Red Sox 13 runs, 16 hits, and 3 errors. The Cardinals 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Buehler is now 1-1 with a very high 8.68 ERA, although again a small sample size. Eric Fedde is 1-1 as well. The save went to Aroldis Chapman. He now has 2. The next game of interest, of course, San Diego Padres at the Chicago Cubs. The Padres saw their unbeaten streak end at 7-0 with a 3-1 loss to the Cubs at Wrigley Field. Tied at 1-1 in the 5th inning, the Cubs loaded the bases after 2 were out, and first Dustin Turner and then Dansby Swanson drove in what proved to be the winning and go-ahead runs. Martin Maldonado had a home run, accounting for the Padres' only run. Shota Imanaga picked up the win for the Cubs, scoring 7.3 innings, allowing 4 hits and 1 run, while Ryan Presley got the save. Randy Vasquez took the loss for the Padres. The line score: the Cubs 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Padres 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. Imanaga is now 2-0. Vasquez with the loss is 0-1. Presley picked up his 3rd save of the season. The next game, another home opener, this one in New York at Citi Field. The Mets got quality pitching and timely hitting to defeat the Blue Jays 5-0 in the home opener in New York. Pete Alonso got things started for the Mets, hitting a 2-run homer in the first, and he was in the middle of the Mets' 3-run uprising in the 6th, scoring the 3rd run on Starling Marte's sacrifice fly. George Springer and Vladimir Guerrero each had 2 hits to account for all 4 Blue Jay hits. Tyler McGill went 5 1/3 innings, giving up only 2 hits to get the win for the Mets, while Kevin Gausman took the loss. The line score: Mets 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Blue Jays no runs, 4 hits, no errors. McGill is now 2-0 on the season. Gausman is now 1-1. Next up, and I didn't see any of this game or hear any of it as I was working, and It was finished by the time I got home. The Athletics at Colorado. The Athletics scored 3 runs in the top of the 11th inning to defeat Colorado 6-3 in the Rockies home opener. Jacob Wilson led the way for the Athletics, hitting a bases-empty home run in the 4th inning before driving in the first 2 runs and scoring the third in the 11th. Ezekiel Tovar went 3 for 5 in a losing cause for the Rockies. Noah Murdoch got the win for the A's, while Mason Miller picked up a save. Angel Chivili took the loss. The line score: the Athletics 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. The Rockies 3 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Murdoch with the win is now 1-0. Chivili is 0-1 with the loss, and Miller picked up his second save of the season. Next up, the Yankees at Pittsburgh. The Yankees continued to score runs in bunches, this time defeating the Pirates 9-4 in Pittsburgh. New York scored 7 runs over the second, third, and fourth innings, with not one coming via home runs. Instead, 3 hit batters, a number of walks, with a few singles and a double sprinkled in, and the Yankees had all they would need. Aaron Judge did hit his MLB leading 6 home run in the 7th to complete the Yankee scoring. Pirates got all their runs by way of the long ball. Brian Reynolds hit a bases-empty bomb in the 3rd inning, and Brian Hayes hit a 3-run homer in the 7th. Max Fried got the win, while Mitch Keller took the loss. For the Yankees, there were 9 runs on 13 hits and no errors. The Pirates, 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Fried with the win is now 1-0. Keller with the loss is 1-1. In another extra inning game, Seattle at San Francisco, the Giants scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 11th to beat the Mariners 10-9 in San Francisco. In a game that saw 9 ties or lead changes, the teams were tied 8-8 after 6 complete innings and didn't score again until the Mariners scored 1 run in the top of the 11th, and the Giants did 1 better in the bottom of the frame to win the contest. Willie Adames knocked in the tying and winning runs with a 2-out single. The two teams totaled 32 hits between them, while Julio Rodriguez and Jorge Polanco hit home runs for Seattle, and Matt Chapman hit 1 for the Giants. Spencer Bivens picked up the win for the Giants, while Carlos Vargas took the loss for Seattle. The line score: the Giants 10 runs, 17 hits, and 1 error. The Mariners 9 runs, 15 hits, and 1 error. Bivens with the win is 1-1. Vargas with the loss is 0-1. Next came Arizona at Washington. The Diamondbacks defeated the Nationals 6-4 in the home opener in the nation's capital. The Nationals took the early lead with the 3-run first inning on the strength of 2 home runs, the first by C.J. Adams to lead off the bottom of the first, and a 2-run blast by Luis Garcia. But Arizona fought their way back, getting 2 home runs from Corbin Carroll, and the game was tied 4-4 after 6 innings, until Randal Grichuk hit a pinch hit 2-run double to give Arizona the lead, a lead they would never relinquish. Brandon Pfaadt got the win for the D-backs, with Justin Martinez getting the save. Jose Ferrari took the loss for the Nationals. The line score: D-backs 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Nationals 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Pfaadt with the win is 1-1. Ferrer with the loss is 0-2. Martinez picked up his first save. Next, Los Angeles at Philly, in another game of interest to lots of people. The Phillies defeated the Dodgers 3-2 in Philadelphia, knocking the world champions from the ranks of the unbeaten. Trey Turner scored the first run for the Phillies in the first inning, and the Phils added 2 more in the 7th to take a 3-0 lead into the 9th, where Tommy Edman hit a 2-run homer to draw the Dodgers within 1 run, but it was too little, too late, and the Dodgers became the last team, a couple of hours after the Padres, to lose their first game. Jesus Luzardo went 7 innings, allowing only 2 hits while striking out 8 to get the win. Jordan Romero got the save. Yoshinobu Yamamoto took the loss for the Dodgers, allowing 1 run in 6 innings. The line score: the Phillies 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Dodgers 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Luzardo now 2-0 on the season with the win. Yamamoto is 1-1 with the loss. And that was Romano's first save of the season. Next game, Miami at Atlanta. Looking to record their first win of the season, the Braves did just that, and with a vengeance, defeating the Marlins 10-0 in Atlanta. The Braves led 3-0 early, and then back-to-back home runs by Marcell Ozuna and Matt Olson broke the game open in the seventh inning. Five more runs one inning later erased any doubt. Ozuna and Michael Harris II both went 3 for 5. Spencer Schwellenbach was dominant in picking up the win, going 8 innings, allowing 2 hits and striking out 10 batters. Max Meyer took the loss. The line score, the Braves 10 runs, 16 hits and no errors. The Marlins, no runs, 4 hits and no errors. Schwellenbach is now 1-0 with the win. Meyer is 0-1 with the loss. In a game that was pretty exciting, unless you were there and sat through the rain. The Royals defeated the Orioles 8-2 on a wet night in Kansas City. In a game that was close late, the Royals scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to set a damp home crowd home happy. Vinny Pasquantino and Michael Garcia led the Royals with 3 RBI each. Seth Lugo got the win for the Royals, giving up 1 earned run over 6 innings. Dean Kremer took the loss. The line score, Royals 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Orioles 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Lugo is now 1-0 with the win. Kramer is 1-1 with the loss. The next game, Tampa Bay at Texas. The Rangers improved their record to 6-2 with a 5-2 win over the Rays in Arlington. A 4-run second inning was the difference for the Rays, who strung together 4 singles, a double, and a sacrifice fly, taking a lead that proved to be all they would need. Josh Smith had a home run while going 2 for 3 on the night to lead the Rangers. Brandon Lau had 2 hits for the Rays. Tyler Mahle went 5 innings in picking up the win for Texas, allowing no runs and 1 hit, while Luke Jackson got the save. Zach Littell went 7 innings in taking that loss for the Rays. The line score, the Rangers 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Rays 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Mahle is now 1-0 with the win. Littell is 0-2, taking the loss. Jackson picked up his 4th save of the season. Cincinnati at Milwaukee. The Brewers won their 4th straight, defeating the Reds 3-2 in Milwaukee. The Reds scored some runs today. The Brewers scored 1 run in the second inning and 2 more on a home run by Bryce Terang in the 5th frame, and then held on as the Reds broke their 35-inning scoreless streak with 2 runs in the 8th inning to make things interesting. But it wasn't to be. Garrett Mitchell was 2 for 4 with an RBI for the Brewers. Tyler Alexander got the win for Milwaukee, no-hitting the Reds for 5 2/3 innings. Trevor McGill got the save. Nick Martinez took the loss. The line score, the Brewers 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. The Reds 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Alexander with the win is now 1-0. Martinez with the loss is 0-2, and that was McGill's first save of the season. And the final game of the day started a little bit late, and I don't know what the problem was. Was it raining in Los Angeles? I'm assuming that's what it was. Just after I talked about how little it does rain in LA, but there was a delay. Anyways, maybe half an hour, if that. Anyway, the Guardians were the spoilers, defeating the Angels 8-6 in their home opener in Anaheim. After falling behind 4-2, the Guardians scored 5 unanswered runs to take the lead and hold on at the end as the Angels scored 2 runs in the 9th to get close. In the end, it was too much Jose Ramirez and too many bases on balls given up by the Angels. Ramirez was 3 for 4 in the night, including 3 home runs, 3 runs scored, and 4 RBI to lead the way for Cleveland. The Guardians also had 4 bases on balls that came around to score. Mike Trout and Logan O'Hoppe hit home runs for the Angels. Tim Herron was credited with the win, while Jose Soriano took the loss, tossing 9 innings in his 5.1 innings of work. The line score, the Guardians 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. The Angels 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Herron with the win is 1-0. Soriano with the loss is 1-1. Well, that's all the games for this Friday night. Um, the the interesting things that I saw, well, other than that the Braves won, which they were going to win sooner or later, and they're going to be just fine. The Dodgers lost, and the Padres lost. Um, that loss, the Padres losing to the Cubs, didn't surprise me. The Cubs are playing quite well right now, and as are the Phillies in their win over LA. That's really not a shock either. The Phillies are a very good team. The one that the game in Kansas City, it just did not look pleasant there. And it was dog night. I guess there was 400 and some dogs there, and a lot of them sat through the whole game. I know I would have taken my dog home. I think I would have anyway. It looked miserable sitting in the seats. And I was thinking about the Cincinnati game when they had gone 5 and 2. Tyler Alexander had gone 5 and 2/3 innings of no hit ball against the Reds, and of course the Reds have lost 3 straight 1-0 games, and now they are at 5.2 innings of no hit ball in this fourth game, and they actually went to 6. And I think there was even let me see, I wrote that down. Um, Gavin Lutz got a hit to break up the no hitter, 6.2 innings. So they were getting close to getting no hit in a fourth loss by shutout. And I like the Reds. I like some of their players. I like Ellie De La Cruz especially. But when those things happen, you kind of cheer to see them happen just because anything can happen in baseball, right? So it's interesting to see those things happening, to say the least. So that's it. Tomorrow there are 15 games. It starts again just like today, the 1:10 Eastern time, and it's going to be the White Sox in Detroit, just as it was today. And the last game of the day at 9:38 Eastern time, 6:38 here on the Pacific Coast. Again, the Guardians and the Angels. So the answer for the question of the day: what happens if a batted baseball hits a runner in the process of running to a base? That's a fairly easy one. I guess the runner is out. But there are situations where that isn't the case. As long as an infielder, not the pitcher, but another infielder has had an opportunity to play the ball, then it's just just play on. If the ball hits a runner, let's say the infield is drawn in, and it's a sharp hit ground ball, and say it's hit to the right side, and the second baseman has an opportunity to play the ball, but it just gets by him quickly, and it hits the base runner going from first to second. That's okay. Play on. And I was discussing this with my son a while back actually, and we were wondering the same thing. You when you teach players, especially kids, they're taught young to when they're on third base running, getting a lead and to go home, they're to be in foul territory. So if they get hit with a ball, they're in foul territory, and it's just a dead ball because the ball's foul, right? And then you come back in fair territory to kind of be in the way of the ball as it's being if it's thrown towards the base, and if it hits you, then you're kind of protecting yourself. So now, same situation. Let's say the third baseman is playing in, anticipating a bunt with, say, a squeeze play or something with a runner on third. Instead, the batter, swings and lines the ball down the third base line. When let's say the runner happens to be in fair territory. Well, if it's already gone by the third baseman who is playing in, it's fine. It's just play on. That's an interesting little tidbit And actually, I had never thought of that before until me and my son discussed that whenever a month or so ago. Anyway, your thoughts on that as well. I think I'm right. So if I'm not, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. So that's it for today. Again, 15 games tomorrow. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate your support. Um, I will talk to you again soon.